welcome back to another episode of WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, Gnat's Journey, with Gnat, Stickbug, and the rest of the pack. In the last episode, we started a new litter and raised the pups to about 10 pounds. They had not yet received their names because I was giving people a little bit of extra time to get those suggestions in, but now I have named them. So, this little orange male over here, I have named Scarab, as suggested by Icebird DeSol and Rasselbach. This silver male is Beetle, as suggested by Obsidian Oak and Fever Dream Nonstop. The silver female is Silverfish, also suggested by Fever Dream Nonstop. And finally, there's Junebug over there, our more orange female, suggested by the Angry Hound. Thank you everybody for your suggestions. If I didn't use your suggestion this time, feel free to suggest them for Nat's next litter when we get to that point. If we get to that point, because in the previous episode, Nat also got a major body injury, which is really reducing her stamina to a painful level. Still, obviously, this isn't a death sentence by any means. It's just kind of frustrating, especially considering that Nat already has a -2 in every stat and now has a -9 total, I think. Or, I don't know. It says -7 total, so maybe that means... I don't know. I don't know if it's -7 total or -7 from the injuries minus the additional 2 from stamina. It doesn't matter. In any case, Nat has an injury. That's frustrating, but we're gonna keep going. So, let's see. Our territory is fine. Our food could use a bit of work, so I think that we are going to go to that carcass over off to the east and get some more food, and we're going to bring, hopefully, Lacewing and Stickbug. We'll see if they actually cooperate and come along with us. Alright, Stickbug, and where is Lacewing? There's Lacewing. Yep, Lacewing, can you come with us, please? I am having trouble selecting her. There we go. And was that actually... Stickbug. Stickbug, can you come with us? Stickbug, please? Sometimes you whine at certain pack members and they're just like, no, I'm not coming with you. I don't care if I'm hungry. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. Everyone except Stickbug and Lacewing is coming. That's not gonna work. Let's send the pups into the den if we can. And, see if we can't get just kind of everyone to come along with us. Yeah, fleas are irritating, but not too bad. And, yeah, Lacewing, I need you to come with us because you're really hungry. And I also need your father to come with us because he's hungry. Please. Please? Please. Okay, there we go. Now we can bring everybody along. It's gonna be quite the trek to get to that carcass, so actually I'm going to rally and then kind of catch up with you when we get there. Poor Nat. This lack of stamina. We can run for approximately 0.2 seconds and then Nat's completely out of stamina. This is... I don't know how it is that I managed to get a major injury on Nat, and if you haven't seen Arctos' latest episode, or if it hasn't aired yet, I'm kind of planning to air it before this episode, just to kind of keep Arctos and Nat at roughly the same place in the quests, but just in case, yeah, Arctos also gets a major injury from some pronghorn, so I don't know how I managed to get both of my main, like, series wolves having a major injury at the same time when I'm pretty sure that we managed to avoid those for the most part. Not entirely. I distinctly remember Arctos and Viper both having broken legs at the same time in the last series, but just really? Nat's got the thing that's going to impact her the worst, and Arctos probably has the thing that's going to impact him the worst. Another thing I just noticed, yeah, Nat and Arctos both have 4 surviving yearlings out of 5 puppies that they had last year, and now they both have a litter of 4 this year. And honestly, another thing that I realized, and I don't know, maybe I actually just need to, like, review Nat's video and maybe it was in there, but I don't recall turning RNG deaths off for Nat's litter, so that might be something we actually have to be a little bit careful about. If I did, and it's, like, in the video last time, sorry, I have definitely forgotten by now. I just passed right by the carcass as I was talking, or went the wrong direction. Anyway, yeah, I don't actually know if, there's not even anything left on this carcass. It's been a while since I filmed Nat's last episode. I had a bunch of stuff come up, as I'm sure everybody who regularly watches the channel knows. So yeah, I don't remember if I turned RNG deaths off for her litter. I didn't remember that this carcass was almost out of food. So yeah, alright, we're gonna finish that off, and then what are we gonna do now? I'm not sure. Definitely not go after a mule deer. Let's see, who is the least hungry? Cricket and Moth. I am going to send... They also have injuries. Why is everyone injured? I think I'm gonna send Moth back to watch the pups. Does she have a major injury? No, she has a minor injury. Okay. Wow, I'm all over the place this episode. Sorry, everyone. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna send Moth back so that the pups don't come out of the den and the affinity doesn't get too low. And I'm gonna have Nat go around, mark some territory, and see if we can't find an elk herd that perhaps she can hunt. Because I really don't think she's gonna be able to chase down a mule deer with absolutely no stamina. Yeah, see you soon. Oh, something I also want to mention, and I didn't follow this rule in the first episode, I'm sure, but I am going to follow it going forward. Same as in Arctos' series, I will not be hunting hares for the remainder of this litter. I feel like we should add a little bit more challenge now that we're kind of on to the second litter, and now that I've played quite a bit more of the saga than I had kind of when I first started recording saga episodes. So we'll see how that goes. Possibly very bad, seeing as both wolves now have a major injury, but you know, we're gonna give it a shot. See if it makes growing pups any harder. See if it makes the rest of the game any harder. Yeah, there's a hare trail. Can't hunt that, as I just said. Okay, so we have picked up the scent of the aspen herd. We will be heading in that direction and hopefully tracking them down. And on top of our terrible stamina, we are running out of wakefulness. Wonderful. Let's just hope we can find this elk herd before we run out entirely. And we're heading into Coyote Creek territory. This is great. This is one great thing after another. I'm having a fantastic time. And we have a hex invasion. Somewhere. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We are focused on rallying so that we can hopefully get some stamina back and finding that herd. And probably climbing this Coyote Creek hex while we're at it. As if the low wakefulness and low stamina weren't enough, it looks like the pack affinity is also dropping quite quickly. Elk herd. Elk herd, here we come. This reminds me of the, like, lost episode of Nat's series where I don't remember what happened. I think I was reporting to, like, the wrong drive or something, and it ran out of storage, and so I had to kind of scrap that one, but there was one episode in which Nat was just really, really looking for food and ended up having to, like, hunt down a mule deer, and it was super tense, and then I lost the entire recording. This is kind of like that, except hopefully less dire. We'll find out. Wow, we are, like, practically by their home hex. This is not where I want to be, but it is where we find ourselves. Can we drive this herd back toward our den? Let's find out. Oh my goodness. Is that one already weak? That one might already be weak, but we definitely don't want to take her down here, so I guess we'll end up pursuing her and see if we can't drive her closer to our den. Definitely don't want to kind of have an elk carcass deep in Coyote Creek territory where we can't really access it without possibly getting attacked, so... Looks like Stickbug has caught a hare, by the way. I can't really do anything about our pack mates catching hares, so if they catch a hare and eat it, you know, it is what it is, but I won't be catching hares with Nat, and she won't be eating any hares, so that's how I'm gonna play that. Hello, other elk herd. Yeah, even though she's been running for a long time, it's kind of still hard for Nat to keep up. I believe she still has a minor leg injury as well, yeah, which is no good. And we're basically having to rely on our pack entirely, since Nat's stamina is almost non-existent. Oh well, at least we were able to take down an elk. That should get everyone with us to full hunker, and I'll catch up with you when we're back at the den. I am grateful for the I am grateful for the fact that we have pack mates now, because that means our affinity doesn't drop nearly as fast, and we don't end up in situations where the pups are definitely going to leave the den before we get back, due to our abysmal stamina and speed. Yeah, that's definitely something that's a lot easier once you have some yearlings. The second we get back, we basically have to go to sleep because I do not want to risk having a predator attack when we have no stamina. That would be pretty bad. That'd be pretty bad. Okay, I see 2 of our pups. Are the other 2 in the den? Yeah, okay, there's Scarab. And the last pup... Okay, Junebug's also in the den. Let's see, they're not super hungry. We can probably sleep without worrying too much about it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have Gnat get some sleep before we do anything else. Yeah, Stickbug's gonna waste some food, but I don't want to risk having a predator attack when our stamina is this low. Okay, it sounds like something healed. Weevil's minor injury healed. Moth's minor injury healed. Cricket's minor injury also healed. Did our minor injury heal? Yes, okay, so we're not quite as slow as we were. Oh, wow, it looks like Coyote Creek has decided that they're going to live in our territory now. Shoot, I wonder... Okay, we're not quite having a predator attack just yet. Nobody is really, like, injured enough that I feel like we need to go right back to the carcass just yet, so I think we'll actually just sleep again. Try to get some of our wakefulness back. And then I expect that in the morning Coyote Creek is probably going to attack us. And in the morning, I mean... By in the morning, I mean after we sleep. It probably won't be morning, it'll probably be night. I guess we'll find out. Okay, the fleas are getting worse, naturally. And we are being attacked by rival wolves. Wow, is it Coyote Creek? If it's not Coyote Creek, I will be very surprised. Oh, it's Cottonwood Creek. Okay, well, great. Yeah, just like in, Arctos' episode, this is literally the second time that I've had a den raid that's quite this intense. Honestly, I guess I've gotten pretty lucky in my other saves, in my personal saves, and not had to deal with quite this many wolves yet, but, oh my goodness, this is a lot of wolves. And 600M, who I believe is the pack leader. Why am I stuck in a rock? I don't want to be stuck in a rock right now. He's coming after us again. Just kind of spamming the S and D, or no, A and D keys. Break out of the bite hold as soon as they get us, but that does leave us with absolutely no stamina to bite back. So, alright, looks like Weevil is getting a little bit low on health. We'll definitely want to keep an eye on him, but there's not a lot we can do about it. Oh my goodness. There's not a lot we can do about it because Gnat has no stamina. So this kind of makes everything a little bit more difficult. Who's... okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on everyone and kind of like make sure the pups stay in the den, make sure none of our yearlings are getting too severely attacked, but again, hard when I don't have any stamina. Truly a major body injury on Ultra IronWolf is really something. Okay, can we get them to leave? Looks like they might be on the run. Okay. If this were Arctos, I'd probably go after 600M and try to kill him, but this is Gnat, and she doesn't have that much health. So, yeah, Cottonwood Creek, that is the pack leader. He's already 7 years old, so in another year, he is probably dying anyway. I'm not going to give them all names right now. I feel like in that chaos, Gnat didn't really have an opportunity to notice individual wolves, so, let's see. We don't have any food to give them, and neither do any of our pack mates, so we'd better go back to that carcass. Oof. And Silverfish is sick. Well, that's bad. That's not great. Yeah, I don't love that, but we can't really exactly stick around and just kind of sit with her right now. Again, I don't remember if I actually turned off the RNG deaths for our pups before I had the litter. There's nothing I can do about it now. RNG deaths... like, the setting only takes effect before the litter's born, so if you change it after, it's not going to actually affect anything. So hopefully that's off, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not, so we're definitely going to have to spend some time with Silverfish and hope that she recovers. And, I mean, I guess if she gets down to 1% and doesn't die, we'll know that we did turn that off, but until then, We just don't know, unfortunately. In my personal saves, I always play with all the RNG deaths on, and the only reason I'm turning them off kind of for the series is to hopefully have less of that time where I'm just kind of sitting at the den doing nothing, because that does get cut out of the recordings, and then there's kind of less content for you all to watch because I have a finite amount of time that I can actually record, so the more time I spend sitting at the den, the less time I spend doing interesting things. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't remember what I did with Gnat, so... This is my least favorite part of the Roaring Mountain, aside from that giant cliff that you can accidentally jump off if you're not careful, is just all of the places where you start sliding. The number of times that I've wished that they would, like, increase the sliding speed or something, it's just, like, not an enjoyable aspect of the game in my opinion. Maybe someday they'll do something about it, I kinda doubt it. And there's a cougar on our carcass. Great. I can handle that once I stop sliding. Let's see, Stickbug and Cricket as well as Moth are with us. That's gonna make us less intimidating to the cougar. There's only 4 of us. And I really can't afford to have Gnat kind of rushed by a cougar, so we have to be careful that it doesn't actually catch up with us. Okay. For some reason it got intimidated enough to leave. I'm not complaining. It did, however, eat a good chunk of our elk carcass before it left, so we're probably gonna have to hunt again pretty soon. And obviously, pretty soon is probably going to be before Gnat's injury heals. So, let's see, Stickbug did get up to full hunger, as did just about Cricket and Moth. Not quite, but pretty close there. Looks like we finished off that carcass. I don't really see any other... Oh, hello, lag. I don't really ever see any other signs of an elk herd around, so even if we wanted to hunt right now, it's probably not the best idea. I do want to go back and spend some time with Silverfish, though. Hello, Hare. We're not hunting you. I don't even know what to say. This is just... This is just a little bit irritating. Okay, maybe if I follow the NPC wolves up, we will slide less. Our flea load's starting to get pretty bad too. It's at 55%. So I probably would consider moving, but again, Silverfish is sick, so she's going to be moving very slowly. And since Gnat has no stamina, she can't exactly carry her. So we're probably gonna have to stay at this den a little while longer, even if the flea load isn't ideal. We don't really have another option that's good, especially since now that pups can be chased out of the tall grass, we're definitely not safe moving in between dens. So, yeah, probably gonna have to wait to move. Hopefully that's a bald eagle. It looks like maybe a bald eagle? It's not attacking us yet, but yeah, okay, that's a bald eagle. That's good. If it was a golden eagle, I'd be a bit concerned. This does appear to be an open den, so definitely we're going to be more at risk for eagle attacks than we are cougar attacks, which is another reason I kind of want to leave. Not necessarily so that we can find a wooded den, because those are, I think, a little bit less common than open dens, but I don't really like especially open dens with like these big rock clusters, since it makes it more likely that you're going to get caught on a rock when you're trying to chase an eagle away. So yeah, I would like to leave this den sooner rather than later, but we'll just have to see. Okay, I'm going to sit with Silverfish for a little while and catch up with you when the cooldown hits. Okay, and we are having an eagle attack. That's great. Let's see, it does look like most of the pups are heading into the den. Silverfish might also be heading into the den. Kind of hard to tell because she's the world's slowest puppy right now. I'm just gonna kind of run around in circles until she gets into the den. Oh my goodness. This is kind of what I mean about getting caught on- Hello? Okay, well, I'm glad that didn't let the eagle grab our pup, seeing as we were literally right on top of her, but that, for a second there, I thought Silverfish was dead. We're gonna count that as a lucky save. Goodness gracious, that's, I'm just trying to sit with her until the cooldown happens and Eagle decides it's a good time to attack. Anyway, catch up with you when the rest of the cooldown's done. Okay, so the cooldown has hit. We are gonna get Nat some more rest and hope that her major injury heals. I doubt it's gonna heal this quickly, but you know, fingers crossed. We definitely do need to go hunting pretty soon here, and can't really do that as effectively when Nat's injured. Let's see. Silverfish lost quite a bit of health already just from that one sleep, so that's pretty concerning. And Weevil and Lacewing are starting to get pretty hungry. Nothing concerning on that end yet, but definitely we will want to hunt as soon as Nat is better, if not sooner. I definitely don't smell any elk right now. If we were gonna hunt something, it would have to probably be pretty close by. Nat's stamina is just so low that kind of the process of running around looking for elk, I think, would take us away from the den longer than we want to be away from the den while Silverfish is sick. So, in all likelihood, once the cooldown hits again, we probably will just go back to sleep and get some more rest. Let's see, Scarab, Beetle, Silverfish. Where is Junebug? Junebug's all the way over there. Not really where I want her to be, but I guess we're probably still on Predator cooldown after that Eagle attack that scared the life out of me. Our flea load is also creeping towards severe, so that's another concern. Yeah, definitely I think just not a good idea to go out right now, even if we are a little bit hungry. Okay, there's the cooldown again, so if we can call the pups over to us, we probably will get some more rest. I kind of hope that Silverfish hangs in there. This does seem to be on the more severe side of the illnesses. Obviously, there is a specific type of severe illness that makes it so that pups will stop eating long before the 15% when they usually stop eating, and she doesn't appear to have that. If she did, her health would be going down a lot faster, so that's one good thing at least, but... Oh, newborn ungulates are around. Wonderful. Clearly our injury is still not healed yet, and we have no food to give the pups, so... I'm thinking we stick around once again until the cooldown hits, and then we will probably send the pups into the den and try to find a baby ungulate somewhere nearby. Just something that they can eat. Yeah, I'm concerned. Sounds like Cricket, Moth, and Lacewing or Weevil? Weevil are going to go out and go hunting. So that's good. Assuming a predator doesn't attack us in the next 2 seconds, because I don't know if... I know for sure that when, like, a group is heading out, if a predator attack happens and they're still too close to the den, they will immediately come right back, which is kind of frustrating. I don't know if that happens if they're further away. Honestly, my packmates don't usually go out by themselves. I'm usually with them, but in cases like this, we do have to stay behind and kind of keep an eye on Silverfish and hope that our injury recovers. I don't like Junebug and Scarab being so far away. If I bark... I mean, obviously they'll come closer if you bark, but I think barking can also trigger predator attacks now, so that's something we have to keep in mind. Okay, so obviously the cooldown has hit again. We are going to send the pups into the den and see if Nat can't find some sort of ungulate baby nearby. Just enough basically for her... Oh, goodness gracious. This again. This again? Really? Okay, can I put... I can't put Silverfish down here, obviously. The spot is too rugged or inaccessible. But because I can't put her down, I do think that means the eagle can't grab her. She is presently in Nat's mouth, and Nat can't drop her while she's in an inaccessible spot, so you end up with the eagle doing some weird stuff. Fingers crossed that I am correct, and that it can't grab her out of our mouths. It's sure trying. It is trying so hard. Okay. Yeah, thankfully, it does appear that eagles can no longer grab pups directly out of your mouth. Okay, Silverfish, we need you to go inside so your mom can go find something to eat. Oh my gosh, she's so slow. I am so sorry, Silverfish. I really hope that I have lethal sickness turned off. If I don't, I'm gonna be really upset with myself. Okay, well, she's going inside. We're not gonna have another predator attack very soon. Not a great time to go after an elk herd. So I'm going to go around. I'm gonna see if I can hear the hide and snack music. And we'll see if we can find some kind of baby ungulate. Okay, I hear the music again. Okay, our major injury is healed as well. That is fantastic. Okay, looks like it is an elk calf, so that's good news for us. That's quite a bit of food, if we can find it. If is the keyword. I don't know why, but I'm having a harder and harder time finding calves and fawns this time of year. It's just not as easy as it used to be. Maybe because the mothers will just like run now, and sometimes the music gets glitched out and doesn't tell you if you're actually in range. Okay, so we were able to find the elk calf. Lacewing is pretty hungry. So I do think we're gonna let her have most of this. I do want to eat a little bit so that Gnat is able to regurgitate some for the pups that are back at the den. And by a little bit, I apparently mean like over half of the carcass. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep looking around, I think. Alright, yeah, Lacewing's still pretty hungry. I really hope that Weevil and Moth and Cricket are able to find something. Because otherwise they're going to be quite hungry as well. We can now technically hunt, now that our stamina is back, but this time of year it's quite a bit harder to actually like take down a cow elk because their health is a lot higher due to being able to graze on the nutritious summer grasses. So yeah, probably not the best idea for us to go after a cow elk at this time. Once the babies are up and running, we can definitely go after the calves and fawns that are running around with their mothers. But for right now, we're kind of stuck looking through the grass and hoping we find something. Okay, don't want to go after that rabbit, or hare rather. Okay, second elk calf. That's good. We'll give Lacewing a little bit more to eat. Probably stickbug as well. Silverfish is down to 23% health. I definitely want to get back before she's too weak to eat. Not sure that it'll make a difference if I do have lethal sickness turned on, but you know, one can hope. Okay, does appear Lacewing's full. Stickbug is not quite, but I do think that I will send, at the very least, Lacewing back to the den, so that the pups don't come out because of the low affinity. We're gonna just kind of keep looking around a little bit more, see if we can't find one more calf or fawn, and then we'll head back to the den. Okay, I don't know how many more places the fawn could actually be. Oh, there it is. Alright, and I think we are just going to head back to the den now. Silverfish is down to 19%. Obviously, with her form of sickness, she'll stop eating at 15%, so we do want to get back. Although it does look like Lacewing might have fed her younger siblings, and it's possible that Silverfish just hasn't eaten yet due to her sickness making her slow. We'll see though when we get back. Doesn't appear that Cricket, Moth, and Weevil have had any luck finding food yet, so that's a little unfortunate. I wonder if whether they're successful depends on the time of year it is. I honestly haven't, again, seen them go out on their own enough to have any idea. But I could definitely see them being less likely to be successful during this time of year, given the relative health of all of the ungulates. Yeah. Okay, so it does appear that Silverfish is full on food. That's really the best we can do for her. And then, yeah, of course. Despite the fact that Weevil just had 38%, oh no, okay, for a second I thought they'd actually found food, but no, they did not. That is unfortunate, but not much we could do about that. Okay, we are gonna wait for the cooldown to hit again before we go back to sleep. And then we're just gonna kind of hope that Silverfish gets better. Yeah. I guess we might find out one way or the other whether lethal sickness is on or off. Okay, so we've done all we can for Silverfish for now. I am going to bring Beetle closer to the den, and then we're going to get some sleep. Okay, well, we don't know if we had lethal sickness on or off, because she did thankfully recover before getting down to that kind of critical point. I am glad about that. It would be nice, though, to know kind of like whether I messed up on that setting or not, but I guess we're not going to find out just yet. Okay, we're being attacked by rival wolves again. Wonderful. Which direction? There we go. I'm going to kind of try to hold them off until all of the pups are in the den. This is Coyote Creek this time. Okay, Scarab's not quite in the den. Alright, they're all in the den. They might not stay in there, of course. Sometimes pups just decide it's time to wander out in the middle of a predator attack. But I will be continually hitting the short key for wolf, so hopefully they do stay inside. Okay, great. We've gotten a leg wound. That's not actually great. That was sarcasm, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, not as bad as the major body injury we had. It does seem like Coyote Creek might be a little more willing to flee than Cottonwood Creek was. And honestly, they are fleeing, but I'm still gonna go after this one because her health is... her health? Oh, wait, is this one of the leaders? It is one of the leaders. Yeah, her health is so low that it'd be kind of silly not to, I think. Even though this is Gnat, and Gnat doesn't have a lot of health to spare, I do think that weakening this pack is in our best interest at this time. I did say in a previous episode that I didn't really want Gnat to have to, like, kill to win a battle, but at the same time, it just feels like it would be foolish not to go after a wolf that's that weak, and especially the pack leader, because now Coyote Creek's probably going to have to focus on finding a new pack leader or possibly disband, which could give us a little bit of kind of relief from these constant wolf attacks. So, yeah. Sorry to the leader of the Coyote Creek pack. This is going to be her last day on the Roaring Mountain. I would kind of like to... Let's see. Weevil is literally starving, so I do think that we're going to have to go out and find food, but I don't want every single wolf to come with us, so I am going to probably have Lacewing stay behind. I was considering Stickbug, but Stickbug can carry more food back in his stomach than one of our yearlings can. So I am going to look around. I'm going to see if we can find possibly a mule deer doe or a possibly lone elk mother who we can kind of take down. Again, they are going to be quite strong at this time of year, but with an entire pack we might have a little bit more success. Okay, well, that's a good start. Can we give this to Weevil? Let's find out. Nope, everyone else is going to eat it instead. Cricket, your brother's starving. He's literally starving. Why? Why did you do this thing? Maybe Weevil will be able to get a little bit of food? Okay, it does look like he got a teensy tiny amount. Okay, he's no longer actively starving. We still do need to track down that mother, though. Where did she go? There she is. Okay, I don't know why she's standing her ground. Okay, yeah, we're gonna chase her for a little bit. We are going to try to take her down so that we can get everybody's belly a little bit more full. And then we're gonna head back to the den. Probably move dens, assuming nobody else immediately gets sick. But I'll catch up with you after the hunt. We will have to keep an eye on our yearlings' health. They aren't quite... moth. I don't know what happened if they took some damage out when they were like... No, they didn't take damage when they were out trying to hunt, so they must have taken damage during the kind of fight with Coyote Creek at the den. So we definitely do want to keep an eye on them, make sure they don't drop too low in health. These yearlings are more fragile than a full-grown adult wolf. Next year they'll be a little bit stronger, a little more able to kind of handle themselves in a hunt, but for now we do need to kind of keep an eye on them and make sure they don't get themselves too hurt. Again, normally I don't necessarily go after a cow elk during this time of year with this few wolves, but with our hunger where it's at, we don't really have a good choice. Okay, Moth suffered a minor injury, and she's down to 38% while Weevil is down to 36%, so that's kind of frustrating. That's kind of a little bit scary. I might have to tell Weevil to back off pretty soon here. I am going to woof and hope that Weevil... Oh my goodness. Thank you, Fleaload. Thank you for that. I'm gonna hope that Weevil kind of stays back while we finish the hunt. I don't want to woof him home because he does need the food, but definitely I don't want him to get any more hurt. He's definitely risking a major injury, if not death, if he keeps this up. So, yeah. It does kind of look like they got the hint to back off. Moth and Weevil do seem to be kind of hanging back. Stickbug. Okay, Stickbug is charging in there. That's probably for the best. Gnat doesn't necessarily have the, yep, great. Okay, Gnat doesn't necessarily have the HP to take down this cow elk the rest of the way by herself. I am going to woof again and hope that Weevil backs off, but he doesn't seem to be... Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, the flea load is becoming a definite problem. I've never seen it be this bad during a hunt. I don't like where Weevil's health is. I don't like it at all. I don't like that Stickbug has a major injury, but again, we need the food. So, Weevil, I have told you to back off. I have told you to back off. You need to back off. Oh my gosh. Okay, I might actually have to send him all the way home at this point. Yeah, I don't want anyone to get any more major injuries. Okay, I do think we have this one now, though. Alright. That wasn't great. I didn't love that. Thankfully, Weevil is going to be able to get some food. What happened to Cricket? Did I accidentally wolf him home? I might have accidentally wolfed him home. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do the secondary howl, see if anyone comes over and gets some food. Does look like they're sending the pups in and coming this way, so that's good. Thankfully, we didn't bring the cow elk down too far from the den, so they are able to just kind of come over here and get some food. This has been one heck of an episode, I will say that. A little bit chaotic. I'm surprised that Weevil didn't get a major injury, honestly, or any injury. Hopefully after we get some rest, some of our packmates will heal up a little bit. Stickbug is obviously going to have that broken leg for a while. Yeah. Okay, we are back at the den. The pups aren't terribly hungry, aside from Scarab. Goodness, the fleas are bad. They're really bad. I do want to give Scarab a little bit of food. He is going to eat that meat chunk. Okay. And then we're going to get some sleep. And right after that, we are going to leave, because this is ridiculous. Flea load is really causing problems now. Don't know why we felt the need to regurgitate for the pups when there's food right there, but what are you gonna do about it? Okay. We do need Beetle to be with the rest of the pack. I don't want him to be off in the middle of nowhere or lost while we're trying to sleep. And we are going to get some rest. Okay, it's almost time to go to the rendezvous site. I guess that's okay. I think that's a golden eagle, and I think it's probably going to come after our pups. So I am going to send them inside. Does really look like it's coming after our pups, however slowly. Yep, there it is. I don't think we're going to have to worry. They do seem like they're all going inside quite quickly. Spotted you before you could get to us, Eagle. And honestly, I might just sleep in the den one more time. We're not really, nobody's low on food. We can afford to sleep in the den because we're about to leave. And then we can kind of head to the rendezvous site right after that. Eagle, you're not getting any pups. Please get out of here. Take a hint. It's not happening. You would think that the eagle attack would end like a little bit sooner if your pups are all in the den, because the eagle would realize, hey, I'm not getting a pup, but that doesn't happen. You kind of just have to stand here until they finally leave. Okay. Yeah. we're gonna go inside the den. We are going to take a little nap with the pups, and hopefully when we wake up, they will be ready to go to the rendezvous site. It just feels kind of silly to move dens when we're this close to going to the rendezvous site anyway, so yeah. Okay. Cricket's minor injury is healed. And the pups have grown to 15 pounds. So, I believe that the closest rendezvous site is the same one that we used last year, this one right here. I honestly kind of forgot that Coyote Creek sort of broke into our territory here and never really fixed that problem, so I might do that once we get them to the rendezvous site, but for now, let's get everybody moving. Yep, I realize it is time to go to the rendezvous site. Okay, I'm also hoping that we don't, like, have a predator attack right away. Well, we did just have that eagle attack, so it's very unlikely. Are we heading in the right direction? I don't think so. I think this is the one we want to go to. Yep. I am honestly glad that I slept twice as well, because I immediately forgot how low Weevil was on health. He's up to 91% now, which is fine, but definitely that was a kind of a scary hunt. I haven't really had a yearling get that close to death before, aside from maybe an Arctos' playthrough, which, again, not sure if that episode came out before this one or vice versa, but we're having a little bit of a rough time with our recorded wolves. Okay, there's the rendezvous site. Okay, here we are. I don't remember what I called this site last time, so it doesn't really matter. We have arrived at the rendezvous site. We're gonna spend the summer here with our pups, and I think I'm actually going to have to do all the territory marking and reinforcing next time, because I've just about run out of time for this episode. So yeah, thank you for all the quest notifications, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you join us next time on another episode of Gnat's Journey. See ya!